Alright, so back here on the 1978 Toyota pickup. So I did get the bed off. Um, and so yeah, that came off pretty easy. Most of the mounts were no problem at all. Just hit them with the impact and came right off. Fortunately, they weren't all any like captured nuts. It was actually nut and bolt for everything. So I was able to get a wrench on the other side, and yeah, it came off all pretty good. I did have one over here that was pretty well welded on there with rust. So that one took some doing in order to get it moving, and hit it with the hammer a couple of times, but it ended up coming off just fine. Frame condition looks real good. I'm not really concerned with anything. Like, there's some undercoating and some other stuff on here, but yeah, I mean, everything's looking pretty good. So yeah, like came off fine and no big deal there. So yeah, looking at the bed, I mean, it's pretty crunchy in some areas, but I think most of it's surface rust, so it looks pretty bad, but it's not like flaking off. It's just sort of some pretty deep or complete surface rust on things. I haven't been looking around a little bit, and as far as like scale and like actual like holes and things, not so much. So looking okay so far. Just like on the cab, there's some pretty hefty undercoating all over the place. So I'm going to tackle that. You see I got it set up here. What I'm going to show is just, how I've been taking this undercoating off. So I got the little air chisel here, and then I rounded off the edge of it so it doesn't cut. Turn down the pressure too. So I think that's good to like 90 psi or something. I think I'm just running 60. And I'll show just a little bit of going after it. I got a whole mess of stuff to do. This is going to take a long time to get all that undercoating off, so I know what I'm actually dealing with. So I'll get all the undercoating off. And then all this rust on here, it looks pretty good structurally. And so after I get it cleaned up, I might just use some like Eastwood rust conversion stuff, or I'm not sure quite yet. But you can see like hiding behind there is a little bit of green. And then, some of the undercoating's been obviously gone for a real long time, because then I got that surface rust on there. But, just again, looking around, no glaring holes or anything. So this is looking pretty encouraging. Where I got these seams, where the bed's a two-piece, and then there was trim back behind here, there's some spots. I'm sure after I hit this with the wire wheel, because this bed side here is thin metal, it's not like the bed itself is thick. This is thin. It's pretty crunchy. My guess is after I hit this with the wire wheel, it's just going to fall to pieces. And so, there was trim that went over the top of this seam, and then you can see like the little mounting holes for where the trim was. And then, the water just got back behind here, hit in that seam, and, rotted some stuff out. So we'll see after I get it with the wire wheel how much of a mess that is. And then I got, all these dents, and hilariously, these are from the outside in, which is, oh, that must have been somebody threw something in the bed and bent that out. So I got little spots like that, little bubbling of paint and other things. This I didn't notice previously. So, this is spot welded all together, and all them spots everywhere are blown out. And so I don't know what I'm going to do with that quite yet. I mean, obviously everything needs to get cleaned off before it can get painted. But none of them are broken through. So I might have to I don't know. I don't know if I'll have to re-drill and re-weld those like I had on the backside. So, not sure yet. But yeah, for now, I mean, project will be messy and loud. But yeah, just getting some of this undercoating off. So, I'll just do a little bit and I'll show you what it looks like. So yeah, just a little spot done there to give you an idea of what that's like. So, you know, it looked like this with all that undercoating on there, and then you can get all the big chunks off no problem with the air chisel, and then just a quick hit with the wire wheel kind of get some of the other stuff off. So, you know, it's tedious, it'll take forever, it's loud and messy, but you know, ultimately not too bad. And then, you know, that metal looks fantastic under there. So, you know, as I go through, I'm thinking this is going to be totally fine. Like, I got some scaly bits on there, but I think after those get hit up, I think most of this bed is in real good condition. So, I don't know, I've had a lot of surprises on this project, not very many good ones. And so far, this is looking pretty sweet. So, all right, well, I'll get after it. Thanks. See you in the next one.